All right, welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into how artificial intelligence is absolutely transforming marketing. I mean, we're moving way beyond what used to be just a reactive guessing game. We are entering an era of predictive superpowers. The relationship between AI and marketing is, well, actually, it's completely rewriting the rules of how businesses interact with us. So we're going to look closely at the data to understand exactly how this double-edged sword swings.
Just imagine this for a second. You make a purchase, and you suddenly realize an algorithm might have anticipated your exact emotional state before you even reached for your wallet. Sounds kind of like science fiction, right? But as our source material reveals, that is the literal reality of modern digital marketing today. Brands just aren't sitting around waiting for you to search for a product anymore. They're forecasting your needs before you are even consciously aware of them.
So here is our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with the AI marketing revolution, move into predicting customer behavior, look at transforming SEO and content, pivot to the ethical dilemmas, and then wrap up with keeping humans in the loop. Let's get right into it. Part 1. The AI marketing revolution, a paradigm shift. We really need to define what this revolution is and how it fundamentally shifts core marketing theory.
Okay, so look at the paradigm shift we're talking about here. Traditional marketing, it's inherently reactive. It directly focuses on fulfilling consumer needs that already exist, but the AI approach flips that completely on its head. It is predictive. It uses algorithms, natural language processing, and computer vision to manage and anticipate those needs. It's wild to think about, but we are no longer just reacting to what a consumer wants. These algorithms are actively forecasting what you're going to want next.
Now, you might be thinking this is some brand new fad, but it's really an evolving science. The research traces its roots all the way back to 1998 when Amazon first rolled out collaborative filtering to recommend products. Then we hit a huge milestone in 2014 with programmatic ad buying, which let companies automate and optimize ad placements in real time. And by 2015, Google dropped RankBrain to figure out the actual intent behind our searches. So yeah, this has been building up for decades.
Moving on to part 2, predicting customer behavior, the power of analytics. Let's see how that historical foundation turns into today's superpower.
So what is predictive analytics exactly? Simply put, it's the use of historical data, statistical modeling, and machine learning algorithms to forecast future trends, customer actions, and behavioral shifts. And what's super interesting in the recent systematic reviews is that generative large language models, like GPT-4, are now routinely baked into these pipelines. They mine these massive mountains of unstructured market data to answer the really critical question of what is likely to happen next instead of just staring at what happened in the past.
But here's the real kicker, the business value. Why are companies pouring billions into this? Well, a comprehensive study from RG Wave found that AI-powered predictive analytics can boost marketing ROI by a staggering 200 to 300%. That is massive. It literally allows organizations to shift from reactive corrections to proactive, highly targeted engagement.
And the undeniable value just keeps showing up in the data. Think about it. Acquiring a new customer costs, 5 to 25 times more than keeping an existing one. Predictive AI steps right in to solve that. By spotting at-risk customers early, businesses can reduce churn by up to 67%. Plus, it improves customer lifetime value forecasting accuracy to a whopping 90% and bumps overall retention by 35%. That right there is the raw financial power of knowing your customer's next move.
Section 3. Transforming SEO and content, AI communication. With those predictive models locked in, let's talk about how AI actually talks to us through hyper-personalized content.
AI is just radically altering our day-to-day digital experience. We're seeing tools rapidly spin up blogs, ad copy, and video scripts in seconds, based entirely on audience interests. And Google's search generative experience? It's totally changing how we find things by giving us instant AI-generated answers so we don't even have to click through a bunch of links anymore. Throw in 24/7 chatbots, voice assistants guiding our purchases, and dynamic ad targeting on platforms like Meta, and the result is an internet experience completely customized to your specific behavioral profile.
Which brings us to part 4, the ethical dilemmas, mass manipulation. This is a crucial pivot for us today because we have to ask, what happens when hyper-personalization crosses the line? Because the hard truth is, algorithms can totally exploit personal data to build incredibly detailed psychological profiles, often without our explicit consent. Academic reviews point right to the Cambridge Analytica case from 2018 as a prime example. Regardless of your politics, what that objectively showed us was millions of users having their data harvested for tailored micro-targeting. It really exposes the massive, gaping vulnerabilities in how our data privacy is regulated.
And honestly, it goes even deeper into human psychology. Marketers are deploying AI for something researchers are calling subconscious persuasion. The AI continuously adapts in real time to exploit our emotional triggers and vulnerabilities, things like stress or uncertainty. It subtly nudges us towards specific products by totally bypassing our conscious defenses. Some researchers literally call this a manipulation loop, where the tech just keeps feeding on our vulnerabilities with zero transparency.
So the ethical dilemmas here are definitely severe. You've got mass data collection, practically inviting privacy breaches and identity theft. Then there's algorithmic bias. If an AI learns from flawed data, it can end up reinforcing real-world prejudices. Third, we're looking at a serious loss of consumer autonomy. I mean, if an algorithm curates every single thing you see, your freedom of choice shrinks drastically. And lastly, things like deepfakes and deceptive chatbots cross a major moral line by manipulating us without open consent.
Part 5. Keeping humans in the loop. Governing AI. To resolve this intense tug-of-war between amazing marketing efficiency and these serious moral dangers, we have to look at governance.
The 2026 S&B Guide really hits the nail on the head. Keep a human in the loop. AI can crunch billions of data points to spot a trend, sure, but human empathy, creativity, and ethical oversight, those are absolutely indispensable. Letting AI output go unchecked isn't just an ethical risk. Purely from a business standpoint, it is the absolute fastest way to completely lose your brand's unique voice and sound like everybody else. So, how do we actually do this? The research outlines 3 core structural steps. Number 1, businesses absolutely must establish highly transparent data collection frameworks so we all know what's happening with our data. 2, we need regular, rigorous audits of these algorithms to actively catch and prevent bias. And 3, baking in human editing and oversight at the final stage of content creation. Doing this protects consumer trust, keeps you compliant, and still lets you harness that incredible AI power.
So as you go about navigating the digital world today, clicking, searching, buying, I want to leave you with this one provocative thought. The very next time you add something to your cart, take a second and ask yourself, are you making this purchase because you genuinely want the item, or did an AI algorithm expertly anticipate your emotional state and manipulate your vulnerabilities? Understanding these mechanics is really the first step to reclaiming your own autonomy in this crazy, predictive new era. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, and as always, stay curious.